Well, here at IPM, not just the latest and greatest plants, but the latest and greatest in nursery mechanization. And my understanding, one of the leaders in nursery mechanization is Javo.
Yeah.
So we're here with Javo. Tell us a little bit, this is an antique, yes, this is where you started?
This is our first party machine, still has the same name. We are still carrying on our newest party machines. So the design for this particular model changed, but not so dramatically. This is the first model of a standard, and I can show you pretty close here. We have the newest standard.
Well, tell us a little bit about the old one first, though. This is amazing. This was a leap in technology, right?
This was an incredible piece of technology at the time. At the time when we presented this machine, they had lines of customers ready to buy. In the same day, I think they sold something like 50 machines in the same day. They were growers, they were getting crazy for this system.
Tell us a little bit how this worked. The pots?
It's the pots right now. I mean, you have a soil down at the bucket.
Soil's at the bottom.
And then you have the elevator coming up with soil and dropping the soil to every pot. And then you have a drill unit over there.
Makes a hole.
Of a hole. Over there, you have room enough for 2 planters. 2
people to stand.
By hand, they will place their plug or a small plant or even a liner when you go with the larger pots. And then you have all the carousel coming around and getting here, where at that time people were taking out and placing on a cart or in a conveyor. I don't know at the moment.
So this was the first model. So show us the advances, right?
Yeah.
This is the new one.
Well, see, the new one is still have the same technology of a chain, where we have different pot holders.
Yeah.
Where you
can change this out.
Pot holders depending on the pot size. Now everything is much more sophisticated, computerized. And,
right, you can adjust the speed.
So everything is also more protected, where you have an open drill over there. Now it's closed.
Gotcha.
Right? You have stands for your liners or your plugs.
So the plants are here.
Yes.
Pull those out, drop them in.
Everybody. Now this is going much faster. You can plant up to 8,000 pots per hour.
8,000 an hour. What was this one?
I don't know. I mean, honestly, but it will be on the range probably 500, something like that.
Oh my gosh!
Also, because at that time you didn't have a luxury to have an automated. Taking off of the pots. Here you have much more things. You have the mechanized destacking of the pots.
So it puts the pot in all by itself?
By itself.
Before you had to put the pot in?
Yeah, before you had to put on the ring. Right now it's an open ring where you have the pot destacker and you have the takeoff. Automated.
Got it.
So here, before you have probably 2 planters, one to place the pot and the other one to take them out. Right now you only have 2 people here.
8,000 pots an hour.
Yeah, yes, you can pot with that range.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Every single time I sell one of these machines to our customer in US, they are happy because they buy a piece of technology. But after 1 year, they come back to me with a very, very big smile. And I can tell you why, because they are saving so much money.
Yeah, because now they're making more money.
Yeah.
All right, not a solid, but what does one of these little babies set me back approximately? I mean,
it's big change. It depends.
Sure, but obviously you can see where the money comes back.
From the price-wise, we have from the 20 up to $50 and more $1,000.
Yeah.
Right.
Fascinating.
But the return is very, very fast.
Well, you can see that if you're doing 8,000 pots an hour.
You can. Sometimes I have people with a return of 4 or 5 months.
Wow, it pays for itself like that.
4 or 5 months. And
pretty impressive.
You have your money back.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Well, listen.
Think about that. I mean, here you use 3 or 4 people.
Yeah.
Without this machine, you need a crew of 13.
So now with this, you need a crew of 2.
3 or 4.
3 or 4. Wow. Now this is the granddaddy over here, right?
This is actually our most sold machine also in US.
Wow.
This is mostly for nurseries. The other was more for greenhouses.
Right.
And this is the Plus M2. It's definitely the most sold machine in North America.
Now this little arm takes off the excess soil, or
Here you have again a
pot comes
destacker.
down.
You have a soil system for filling the pots partially to the bottom, and then on top for another kind of
Oh, I got you.
process.
So
You
two.
have a drill. It's just much larger machine for larger pots,
Yeah.
and for different kind of planting.
Yeah.
Now you can plant here the liner or
Like a 1 gallon or a 4-inch, 6-inch.
Or you can also plant the bare root. So you can use this extra soil on the table.
Right, to just scoop it in and
Yeah.
fabulous.
Yeah, you know everything about this machine.
Well,
You're not my
I had a
buyer.
small nursery, but I would have loved one of these at the time. That's for sure. Well, listen, thanks so much for talking to us.
you. It's a pleasure.
This is the future, yes?
Yes, it is.
All right,
It is.
thanks.